Good morning, what is up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. This morning my allergies are literally dying. Like last night in my sleep I thought I was getting sick because it like hurt to swallow. My throat has been scratchy the last few days, but all the nose running and the eye watering, it's just allergies. She looking good. Alright kids, the main reason we're even freaking here. I'm very passionate lately. I don't know if y'all are catching on, but I'm just ready to bring the fire, you know? No. Kevin started the fire. It was always burning. Okay, so I wanted to have a little chit chat about social media right now and some fitness influencers and people on there telling certain information that is not true. I just want to say I am not a professional. I am in no way, shape, or form giving professional experience advice. And this is all from personal experience, what I've learned, what works for my body. Again, some things I say may not work for you, but what I am about to say about stuff that is being shared is justified as lies, and it's not true, and I'm tired of seeing it, so I thought we would talk about it because I feel like it's misleading a lot of people on their journeys, creating just such a toxic environment in which people are scared to do certain things, whether eat certain foods and whatnot, out of fear of not making progress. So first things first is that I'm tired of seeing these lower body workouts that are banded, and they have you convinced that you are going to grow massive glutes because of it. In order to grow your glutes, you have to eat a lot, or at least a steady amount, more than 1,200 calories, please and thank you. And you're going to have to train under a lot of resistance. You're going to have to lift, and lift heavy. That will not make you bulky. Not true. Stop listening to it. You can do them. I use them for glute activation, glute cool downs after my workout, and stuff like that. Or I do find them resourceful for the people who still don't have access to a gym or just never had access to a gym. That's something that misled me. I was like, oh yeah, that's what I have to do. No, I had literally we're still struggling, but we're getting there. But you have to lift heavy, and that's something I realized too, is I rearranged my schedule. So I used to only do like legs once a week and then progress to twice a week, and now I train them 3 times a week heavy, and the amount of progress paired with the glute activation, massive, skyrocketing up. But these banded exercises, and I mean, not to put this out there, but they seem to come a lot from men. Just saying. How do you know? You're over there at the squat rack squatting like 150, 200 pounds, and you're telling a woman to sit at home with her little band and that's gonna get her a booty. You must be out of your mind. Another thing I keep seeing, because this is just toxic diet culture, the 1200 calories BS. It is no. I fell into this trap. Everyone told me I had to eat 1200 calories in order to lose weight, in order to be successful. Absolutely freaking not. And when I was told that, I became obsessed because I wanted to lose weight so bad. So I would count out little almonds, like everything. I counted out everything because I was so scared to go over this number that has no support. No, your body naturally needs way more than that, and whoever came up with that rule, you're canceled. Especially if you are lifting. Do not be afraid to eat more. Your food is your fuel. Literally, it literally gives you energy. I don't know how else better to describe that other than food is going to give your body energy, and you have to feed your muscles for them to grow. And just because you're eating more does not, in lifting heavy, does not mean you are going to grow into this massive bodybuilder unless you're eating like 8,000 calories a day. Another thing, carbs. Your girl loves carbs. I love carbs. I was told mainly my entire life that if I wanted to lose weight, I had to cut carbs. And there are still people to this day in 2021 advertising that in order to be successful, cut the carbs and the sugars. Newsflash though, carbs and sugars, natural sugars of course, are in most of our fruits and vegetables. So you're gonna tell me to cut all these carbs? I remember going on a diet pill when I was younger because I was just, I'll leave it at that. I was just, and they gave me a list of like the amount of calories, the amount of carbs, protein, almost like basically macro tracking, which is popular today. I don't do it because I intuitively eat, but a lot of people do, I know, that are more, I guess, intense on their training and more, I don't know, I just don't like to track because I become obsessive. Anyways, so they gave me this list and I couldn't eat more than like, I think 60 carbs, but my body needs carbs. And something I've noticed for me personally, I eat a lot of carbs, a decent amount of carbs, at least, without an ounce of worry in the world, because my body does better on carbs. And that's the thing too, is that everyone's body is different. It may work for me in terms of carbs. I may be able to eat more carbs, but fats don't respond that well to my body, so I eat less than that, whereas someone else might respond with eating a diet that's higher in fat or whatever the case may be. But what works for me isn't going to work for you, and that's the cool part, is that we're all different. Also becomes very restrictive. There are these like military diets I see, and people fall into the traps of these supplements and these teas that are like cleanses and quick fixes, and there are no quick fixes. It is hard work, consistent work. It is a lifestyle, and it's something that you need to adapt to over time. They want to convince you that there are these quick fixes. I remember even growing up around that same time with the diet pills and everything like that, and there was this military diet in which for 3 days you would eat like a banana, an egg, saltine crackers, and tuna, and that was like it all day. Even over Thanksgiving this past year, my grandma had recently done a program like a year or two ago in which she lost a lot of weight in a short amount of time, and then I recently found out that they were only allotting her 600 calories a day. That's even half of what everyone else is telling you to eat. which blows my mind. You cannot, that is, it makes me angry. It's not sustainable, and it's 600 calories a day. What? And that's where it gets to this point of, you know, them promoting like, oh, it's just easy, all you gotta do is cut this, this, and this, no this, no this, no that. And then it's just like, what do you mean? And then it turns into this restrictive, obsessive dieting as this means of the only way in achieving your physique goals, and that's not at all true. And I talked about in my last video that I would do the cheat meals thing, and that just doesn't work for me. It's just so bad mindset wise to convince yourself that, oh, I did all this work, so I'm going to have a cheat meal, because what you're not teaching your mind a healthy lifestyle. It's the same way as if like, oh, I'll start tomorrow, so today I'm just going to eat all this crap because I'm starting tomorrow. You're training your mind to think in a restrictive way, so that you are constantly restricting yourself with these food groups, and then you just ultimately have a bad relationship with food. Cleanses these mindsets that people are leading you to believe online are not true. You should never follow their advice, the ones that just kind of show you like, okay, I have a six-pack and I do this core exercise every single day and that's how I got it. No, that's not true. First off, abs are made in the kitchen. Second off, you don't have to train core 7 days a week to even have ab definition. I probably train them, well, now I train them more with my sprints. That's just what works for me. But when I'm not on doing my sprints 4 days a week, I only train them maybe twice, sometimes once, because half the time I forget, and I have more ab definition than I did in my first fitness journey when I did train them 7 days a week. These quick fixes are showing you these end results and then giving you the false information as to how they got there. And on top of that, one of my last notes is that they convince you that you can target and spot reduce fat. And it makes me so angry, because for the longest time I used to beat myself up over this, because I would see people that would say, just do this exercise and you can spot reduce fat right here. And I would get so frustrated at myself because I would never see progress in that area. And then once I learned on my own journey and over time that you can't do that, that your body will just naturally choose where it loses fat first, changed my whole perception on myself and my body. And that's why I grew to accept and love my body no matter what, because I just remind myself that I have to be patient. But stop believing that you can just target these areas and reduce fat. Also, stop believing that you can change your bone structure, because I see a lot of people post about getting rid of your hip dips. You can target those areas and like your obliques and stuff. You can do exercise towards those areas. But as for your hip dips, you'll never be able to change that structure. That is your literal bone structure, unless you are some crazy forensic scientist and want to dissect your bones. I don't know if that's your thing. Sure, go ahead. But you can't change it. It's how you were born. It's your bone structure. Just like some people have a naturally broader chest. I know I do. And other people have other areas that are just naturally curvy, naturally not. You know, everyone's body is different, but it's all about genetics and bone structures. And there are certain things you cannot change when it comes down to that. And there are exercises and people out there leading you to believe that you can. So just be cautious when you are listening to these voices online. I know I also put out content and I try to keep it as true, and try now to put out content that focuses on basics in establishing a healthy, sustainable lifestyle, but I constantly put out that what works for me and what I have found may not work for you. So just make sure you are treading carefully online. I know it's a dangerous place when it comes down to listening to people online, but there are some great big accounts out there that do truly have resourceful information. Make sure you are following people that don't just show you like the highlight of something, and don't just show you the end result and then say they did something, one thing that got them there. Follow the people that generally give more in-depth information that can be resourceful as to what they ate, what they found worked for them, what they found didn't. Don't just watch the video and assume you're going to be able to get a six-pack overnight. Alright, you guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, thanks for bearing with me with my allergies today. I think I also have a sinus infection. I'm gonna go to bed. It's 9 p.m. and I'm a grandma because I wake up every day at 4:30. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth and do that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who has supported my return back to YouTube. I'm so excited to be back. So excited to just be a weirdo with y'all and talk about fitness and health and lifestyle and all the things. Also, just like Pete, like my face is puffy. My eyes are so puffy. But with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.